Alright, what's up everyone? Ducain23 here, and we're doing another Fan Mail Friday, even though it's not on Friday, but whatever.
We're making a habit out of
this. A lot of times it's difficult to do it on Friday because you come home from work, you're tired, you don't, want to do...
we were trying to do it every Thursday night so we could release it
Well,
Friday.
I know, but you're still coming home from work and you're tired and everything. She's got to wake up early in the morning, so it's tough. We might eventually move it to maybe like Sunday so we could record it over the weekend and just upload it on Sunday or something like that. So if we do decide to do that, I'm not saying we are, but if we do, maybe possibly throw a comment down below and think of a catchy little name for something like how we have Fan Mail Friday.
Why not just weekly fan mail? Then it doesn't matter what day we put it on.
That's true, or we can let them participate. Just saying, or we can let y'all participate.
I'm just throwing out my idea.
Jennifer, she doesn't want y'all to participate in things, so that's what I'm just saying. So, but yeah, also we have some great news and stuff. So we are having a baby boy.
Yay!
So another baby boy.
Another one.
So yay! Yeah. So that's, I'll post, like, I'll be putting up a screenshot or something over our faces or something like that right now while we're talking. But I will be also doing a video because we have a little video clip of the ultrasound and everything of him moving around in there. And so I'll be doing that in a separate video later on, like with that video and a bunch of other screenshots and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So yay. But I guess we could go ahead and get into the Fan Mail Friday. So the first question is from Bryce Jr. And he asks, what did you think about Destiny's, or what do you think about Destiny's DLC? Personally, I don't like it because it feels like some of it should have been in it from the start. Yeah, Jennifer doesn't have a clue, but yeah, it seems like they cut the story, because the story actually started to get a little bit interesting towards the end and stuff, like literally the very end, like the last few missions and stuff, and the rest of the story was just junk, and it feels like it just cut off as it was getting interesting finally and stuff, and so you could tell they just cut it off, and DLC will be finishing that, and then you have to pay for the DLC in order to get.
That's cheap.
So that's kind of that's kind of annoying. What it's supposed to be is you finish the story, and then it could leave on a cliffhanger, like, but you finish the story, but it could be like, oh, another bad guy is arising or something like that, or whatever. And so that's how it's supposed to be with DLC and stuff. And so I would have preferred it if they would have actually put whatever DLC to help finish the story and everything, and then have like little extra stuff for DLC and stuff. But personally, it's just like, oh well, it's their choice. They wanted to do that. Everyone always bashes, even me. I sometimes bash Destiny stuff because of the fact that the story was horrible. It's not as good as what they said it was going to be and stuff, like the size of the worlds, the amount of customization and everything like that. Bungie was saying that, oh, you'll get all this stuff and you don't get any of it. And so, but the deal is, a lot of people,
they Peter Molyneux'd it.
Yeah, they Peter Molyneux'd it. But a lot of people still play it. It still is a very highly played game and stuff because it is addicting. It's a very well, like, the game mechanics of the game are unbelievable. Like shooting and everything like that, and the enemies and stuff. Like like killing the enemies and how the fights are and stuff. It's like, it's very well made in that sense, and
but
stuff.
You like the story.
Well, yeah, I like the story and customization of things and everything. So, and especially since they're coming from Halo Reach, tons of customization in Halo Reach for your Spartans, and then this doesn't really have that much. So, but all right. So, next question. Next question is from Captain Curlio. So I bought Bioshock, the first one, and it is awesome so far. Have you played any of the Bioshock games? I've also beaten the Bioshock Infinite, which was amazing. I played all of them, and they're all awesome games. Even I enjoyed the second one. A lot of people didn't. I still liked it. It's not as good as the first one or Bioshock Infinite, but it's still worth playing, I think.
I've watched all of them, and they all seem interesting.
They're all pretty fun. So, yeah. Next question is from Temporal Enigma. And he says, so I was talking to Blue the other day, and we were discussing things that we do and don't have based on our countries. Two things we came up with are 5-hour energy and Nilla wafers. Australia doesn't have them. So I was wondering, what do you think of them, and do you think we should send Blue some Nilla wafers to try on camera because they are amazing?
So Blue is from
Blue Impulse.
Oh, okay. He's from Australia.
Yeah, he's from Australia, and he's the one who's with the Tim Tams for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna send him Nilla wafers. He can buy them like I did off of Amazon, and you know, like what I did with Tim Tams.
I'm not a huge fan of Nilla wafers.
I love Nilla wafers
and banana pudding. But do you like them by themselves?
No, I like them by themselves.
Aiden loves them.
Aiden is addicted to Nilla wafers.
My parents keep a box of Nilla wafers for Aiden, and as soon as he walks in, Cookie, he loves them.
And he loves them. I like Nilla wafers, not as much by themselves. If they're in banana pudding, oh, they're godly.
See, I don't really like banana pudding that much. So Nilla wafers, man, they're okay.
5 Hour Energy is absolutely horrible.
No.
I don't get anyone who drinks any of the energy drink stuff. You know, just because you're literally crutching your body to where you have to have that every morning. If you start drinking even coffee,
it's just like coffee.
Even coffee,
it's worse than coffee.
Yeah, it's way worse for you than coffee.
But people get addicted to coffee.
And coffee is an addiction and stuff. If you stop drinking coffee,
they have
you get headaches. Same thing with 5 Hour Energies or any type of energy drinks like Monster or anything like that.
They're really unhealthy for you.
Yeah, they're horribly unhealthy. I don't care
if they all say, "Oh, there's no crash." Oh, there's no. It really affects your body. And we bought 5 Hour Energy one time.
That's what I was about to say.
Whenever we were driving.
Yeah, we were driving from the Grand Canyon back to Texas and stuff. And that's a really long drive.
We bought one little. No, I thought it was just from Alpine to here. That.
No, it was from the Grand. No, it was from the Grand Canyon to. Was it Phoenix? Because we had a hotel in Phoenix.
Is that when we bought
Yes, that's whenever I got it. Because we got to the Grand Canyon as the sun was going down.
I thought it was from Alpine
we drove from Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon. We literally made it from Las Vegas all the way to the Grand Canyon, spent some time there as the sun was going down.
So the only reason why we bought it is because we thought it would be safer because we were both too tired to drive.
Yeah. And I was exhausted, and we had to make it to our hotel.
Yeah, we didn't want to take a chance.
We bought that, and I only had probably like
it's like this small.
It's seriously like this small. Like
it's like a little.
It's hard to explain. Like right now, this is my Nokia phone, like Windows phone.
It's like a little shot.
It's like half of the Nokia phone. Like it's tiny.
And we just took like a sip.
Yeah, and I probably took
like people down the whole thing.
I probably took not even half of it, and literally whenever I took it, my eyes just like opened up, and I literally could not stop looking around.
Like you feel jittery.
I couldn't keep my eyes fixed on one point. They were literally just constantly, going like that, like looking around and stuff. It was, and I was just like, I do not want this. And the deal is, whenever you have it in the morning, like including coffee or anything, whatever you have in the morning to wake you up, like that's like.
Now, other people probably don't have that reaction to it because they're probably used to drinking coffee and energy drinks. We don't drink that stuff.
I don't drink coffee or anything because coffee to me, it's a crutch. It makes your body need that instead of actually waking up yourself, because you can easily wake up yourself if you're not used to having coffee.
That's why you see people at Starbucks at 4 in the afternoon. You should not need coffee at 4 in the afternoon.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
People, it's an addiction. It's just like anything else. I mean, everything's an addiction. Sorry, my leg was uncomfortable.
You're over there knocking and that'll make your leg more comfortable?
Yes.
You're weird.
But anyway, I guess, we're not used to that stuff, so it probably affected us more than, some people might say, oh, I love that stuff. It doesn't do that to me. But they're probably used to drinking Red Bull and all that. I mean, that stuff is really bad for your heart. People have had issues drinking Red Bull every day. And
that bad.
Well, no, in moderation.
Yeah, of course.
But it's still an addiction.
Anything in moderation isn't bad for you. You can go eat Jack in the Box once, and it's not bad for you as long as you don't keep doing it over and over, or McDonald's or something.
Yeah, coffee. Coffee has some healthy benefits, I'm sure, but it's still an addiction.
Now, 5 Hour Energy and like Monster and things like that, and
I think those are just awful
Red Bull and stuff. All those are just ridiculously bad for you. And I don't get it whenever people are major workout like buffs and stuff. They're like, oh, let's go work out, and they eat real healthy, and then they drink like Red Bull and stuff while they're working out. It's like, why? That's completely opposite of what you're going for here. It's like it's terrible for you.
My cousin, he works for a medical, or he did work for a medical transport company, whatever, for supplies, and he said there was one guy, like young like us, in his 20s or whatever, and something had happened. I don't know if he had a heart attack. Something had happened to his heart because he would drink so much. He would drink however many Red Bulls a day, I mean, it can really...
It's ridiculous.
It
So
can really
let's
mess
go ahead
you
and get
up.
off of this subject.
Yeah.
We keep talking
But anyway,
about it.
yeah, we're not big fans of
so
5-hour
Blue,
energy.
buy some, what you should do
Nilla wafers
is
are
buy
okay.
some Nilla wafers, but also then make, it really is good, make some banana pudding and you put the Nilla wafers inside
And
the
let 'em
banana
soak.
pudding, just look it up online and you let them soak and get soft. It tastes amazing. You should try that. So, okay, here we go. Here's the long question. Temporal Enigma. He asked 3 questions, guys, but he didn't decide to put in one post. He wanted to do separate posts for each question. So let's make a.
Let's make a hypothetical. He's asking a hypothetical question.
Well, yeah, but let's make a hypothetical. Yeah, but that confused me because normally you say let's make a hypothetical question or something like that. Not let's make a hypothetical. And you're like. What else?
Read his situation.
Okay, let's pretend an alien... Now, we have to pretend this happens, okay?
Yes.
Let's pretend an alien came to Earth and threatened to destroy it unless he was to be wed by the most beautiful woman on the planet and he thought Jennifer was it. Well, he doesn't have to think Jennifer is the most beautiful woman on the planet because she is.
That's very funny.
Because
That's
she
very
is.
funny. Okay.
So to save
somebody
Earth...
needs to buy that alien some glasses.
Yeah. So to save Earth, she divorces you. Marry him. Yeah, that's her excuse every single time she goes meets a guy outside. It's to save Earth, Andrew. It's to save Earth. She divorces you, marries him, and goes become queen of space. You'd probably like that. You're queen of space.
Will you finish reading the
Probably like
hypothetical?
that.
This is hypothetical.
She's probably wishing this happens. Meanwhile, the CIA takes your soon-to-be baby and trains him, since we just announced it, to be a super spy who you won't see until they're 20. And Aiden becomes a genius child prodigy and goes to study abroad in Europe at age 2. Well, he is a genius child prodigy. Doesn't every parent believe
He's
that?
about to turn 2, so we gotta
This leaves
appreciate
you
our time
utterly
here.
alone. Man, this is depressing.
Yeah.
But there's hope. You finally move past the dive bar phase and begin to take a liking to a woman your age. That really, to begin to take a liking, that reminds me of like Captain Mal from Firefly, because he says things like that. I guess not. Okay.
Okay.
He begins to take a liking to a woman your age. She is cute, has glasses, smart, is a little quirky. Example, doesn't like to wear clothes that match just for the reason to not wear clothes that match.
Where is this girl, Andrew?
Hey,
Who is
that's
she?
my secret girlfriend. And has the girl next door kind of vibe. She has mentioned her ex-boyfriend, so you assume she's single, and you have the kind of relationship that involves making comments and laughing. But this relationship between you and her is more like a she sits next to me in class relationship than a true friendship. You have been rejected by everyone else you've been interested in since Jennifer left and became galactic royalty. And since you like her, you decide to ask her out. How would you do it? Man,
Wow.
that's a long story.
Yeah.
You really put some thought into
I
this.
know.
Like even with the girl saying, she has glasses,
quirky,
she's
she
smart,
wears
she's a
clothes that
little
doesn't
quirky.
match.
Yeah.
Is
Man,
this
you
your
put some,
fantasy?
Yeah, seriously. Temporal, do we have to have a talk?
Wait, do we need to find this girl for you?
But man, you put some thought in that. All to just say, if Jennifer left you and your kids left you, how would you ask another girl out?
Yep, that's basically
what it is.
Basically something.
But I like the story. I like the thought put
Yeah.
into it, So, how would I ask her out? I don't know. The type of person I am, I'm all shy and everything. I would hope she would ask me out.
You would be mean to her.
Yeah.
You would pick on her.
But in a
He's like the kindergarten boy.
Yeah.
Whenever he likes a girl, he picks on her. He makes fun of her.
Yep.
You'll make fun of her clothes.
Yeah, but the thing is, you like that. That's the thing.
You'll make fun of her mismatched clothes.
But really, how I would ask her out, I don't know. If I would ask her out, how I was shy, which I guess I'm not as shy as I am anymore for
this is
YouTube.
after me and after two
Yeah, I'm not
kids.
as shy as what I used to be. But I would probably just go ask her out. Just be like, oh, hey, you want to go out to dinner? Or something?
Want to go grab a bite to eat?
I'll probably do that. And if she says no, then okay. Then she's not the one.
There you go.
But yeah, that's probably what I do. I know that's very
Well, you know
anticlimactic.
she's not the one because you've already had the one, and the one left you.
Yeah, but the one decided to leave me.
To save Earth.
Jennifer, would it even matter? Did you really save Earth whenever there's pain and suffering? You know? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Next question. Is that him again?
Yep. Temporary Enigma asked another question. And just for fun, another round of awkward baby names. If you had to name your newborn one of the following, which would you pick? Tina von Joseph Del Esquire the 43rd.
Ooh, I like the Esquire.
Yeah, I do too. Blackenstein. Or Blackenstein. Whatever you want to say. Young Frankenstein reference. Mr. or Mrs. Human. Or Satan.
Definitely not Satan.
Yeah, definitely not Satan.
I couldn't do that.
Or Blackenstein, because that sounds racist.
I couldn't sleep in the same house with somebody named Satan. I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah. Or Blackenstein, because that sounds racist.
Not Blackenstein?
Like, to me, that does. I really like the Del Esquire, because
but
the Bill and
Tina.
Ted, he's Bill Esquire.
But it says Tina. Unless it's Joseph Del Esquire.
Okay, but yeah, since we are having a boy, we'll take off the Tina and just do Joseph Del Esquire the 43rd.
There you go.
I would say that. Yeah, you know? I would say
solid
I would
name.
say that, because I like the Del Esquire.
Yeah.
You know?
Esquire.
It's pretty cool. Okay, so the last question we have is from Phantom Lucario, and he asked...
Didn't he already ask a question too?
No.
No.
I would... If she's not paying attention. She doesn't care at all about y'all. She's just here doing the thing, you know. Phantom Lucario...
No, we didn't do a fan mail Friday last week, did we?
No, because
so
you
were
slacked.
these questions from...
Yes.
All the way from there? Okay.
Except for Phantom Lucario's. And
His
I
is
think...
new?
Or I think even Temporal Enigma's was... I don't know.
Okay.
So Phantom Lucario, he asked, I would like to know your opinion, thoughts on Gamergate. I think it's wrong for these gaming journalists like NeoGAF, Reddit, and Kotaku to censor innocent gamers wanting to discuss transparency in gaming journalism and not have ethics violations. Personally to me, like, I don't really know too much about Gamergate because I don't really care, truthfully. Like, it's not on my, it's like, oh well, I don't really mind. And I think Gamergate, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Gamergate originally started out as something against, like, corruption in gaming journalism, like them getting paid to give a good review or something like that. I think that's how it originally started. I'm not sure though. But if that is how it originally, like, started, the original issue, personally, I don't really care. If they want to get paid to give a good review, they have to disclose that information, because that would be illegal, like hugely illegal. And so if you know that a company is getting paid for a review, don't trust it. Like, just don't trust the review. Just, you can read through the review and everything like that if you want, but don't trust it.
Anytime you're trying to figure out reviews for a game, don't just go to one place.
And the deal is, it's like, you know the people that are going to be biased towards a game. Like me, I'm going to be biased towards Halo. It's just how I am, because I love Halo. So I'm most likely going to be happy with most Halo games, you know, like mostly happy with them, because I absolutely love Halo and stuff. And that's just how I am, and you're going to know that.
But if it's what you said it is, where you're getting paid for good reviews, if you think about it, there's all these people who get free games. Yeah. Like IGN, and I mean all these
like,
people,
I've gotten free games.
They get sent free games. And the whole purpose of them getting sent free games is, of course, the developer is hoping that you're going to play it and you're going to...
The reviewer will always have that in their head, that they're getting a free game. Of course, they're not telling you to do that. Yeah. Now, you can still give a bad review score of something, because you're not signing something...
But,
like,
of course, anybody could argue that that's going to alter your judgment.
It will.
Because, hey...
No, it will alter it a little bit, probably.
Yeah, you didn't pay $60 for this. This company just gave you a free game. Of course you want to talk good about them.
Yeah, like, I've received GTA 5, but that didn't alter my opinion on it. I would love GTA 5... But the problem is, they didn't bring out everything they promised. Like, they still don't have heists. Still don't have heists, and it's like a year later or something. And that's one of the biggest thing in GTA Online, is that's what they were,
I thought
like...
they did have that.
No. And that's the one thing that they're all like, oh yeah, we're gonna have heists, and you could do it with all your friends and everything and stuff. And then the game came out, no heists. A year later, still no heists. So...
That's just one of those things you have to remember. There's always going to be advertising.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody getting paid to say
and the
something.
thing is, they're supposed to tell you if they're getting paid to do something.
Do you think J.J. Watt really shops only at H-E-B and only drives
In case
a
you
Ford?
don't know who J.J. Watt is, we live in Houston.
Oh, yeah,
he is a Houston Texan, the NFL team. Football, American football, not European football.
Pigskin football.
Yeah. And he's a football player for the Houston Texans.
He's on defense.
And
he's not the quarterback.
All over the place. Yeah, he's.
But I mean, he's got so many sponsors.
He's always doing commercials and
for
stuff like that.
ice cream trucks. You know, HEB, Domino's. I mean, and of course, he might not even like all that stuff. But you know. So you can't. So you can't trust that. He could just be doing it for the money. But
it's like it's the same thing. More console was getting like bashed by some people, saying that he was getting paid by Activision or Bungie to like the game, and do coverage over the game. And More console was like, no, I'm not getting paid at all, like by them for this and stuff. And it's like, if he was getting paid, he would have to disclose that. It is illegal to not disclose that. So you have to say that I'm being like this game is or like, how would you say it, promotion type of thing or something like that, sponsored by whatever, and so that's what you're gonna have to you have to disclose that. I know Boogie 2988 said he was sponsored by Shadow and Mordor, the people who did that, because he was like, I think he was like being paid to be able to play the game and stuff.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're paying them and saying, hey, you have to say you love this game. They could just be paying them to review the game, and they're just with the hopes that...
Most things, though, if you are getting paid, you can't say something bad about the game.
Yeah.
But the deal is, though, that's why, if that happens, because I was watching that Boogie video, and he says, I will not accept... like a game, if I was going to really enjoy a game, I would not accept it if I disliked the game. He's not going to be like, oh, I got to put out these videos because I accepted the money, even though I really dislike the game. Like, he says he really enjoys Shadow of Mordor, so that's why he accepted doing it, because he knows it would be a truthful thing.
Well, and see, I mean, that's just like every box of Wheaties. How many sports people have been on a box of Wheaties? Do you think every single one of those people actually like Wheaties and eat Wheaties? Yeah. No, they're getting paid to put their face on something and to smile and pretend like they like something.
So... back to what we were talking about.
You just have to understand that's advertising.
Back to what we were talking about. A lot of reviewers, not all of them, but there are a lot that get paid for reviewing something, and so they do a positive review over it. Now, I think a lot of people don't do that and stuff, but then there are a lot of people that do.
We could be totally off about
like what I was saying. Yeah, this could be totally off of what we're saying. We don't have a clue. So just
what did he...
Gamergate. So pretty much. I just think that, like, if that is what Gamergate originally was, now Gamergate has turned into, like, a feminism. What does he mean?
But he says they're censoring innocent gamers. Wanting to discuss transparency in gaming journalism.
Transparency in gaming journalism. Like, being paid to review games and all that type of stuff. At least that's what I'm getting. I think that's what it started out as. I'm not sure. Again, I don't really care, so it doesn't...
Yeah, I don't know why people are
this has been going on, and the only reason why it's now picking up is because the internet. The internet has brought...
Everybody wants to find controversy in something. Yes. That's just like, we were talking the other night about, like, women in video games and how there's Gamergate all these women now.
Well, no, but that's what Gamergate is, like, turning into also, is all this feminine
now there's all these women saying...
feminism, like, movement and stuff, and everything like women in video games and everything like that. And it's like, that's not what... at least I'm pretty sure that's not what Gamergate started out as. And now the people are just tying all this other stuff. And there's actual developers that are like, I don't want my daughters to get into the gaming industry anymore because of all this.
Wow.
Like, just because all these people are, like, all the whole thing about the women in video games and stuff. And it's like, personally to me, like, if a developer wants to make a video game that has big boobs and a big butt and stuff, oh, well, it's a video. You don't have to play it and stuff. Mm-hmm. I understand it's some kids, but all those things like the Dead or Alive beach volleyball, all that stuff should be rated higher up. So not little kids should be able to play it.
Well, yeah.
And stuff. And the deal is, it's the same thing.
If
like
parents are letting their kids play it, then that's
it's the same thing with just
totally
with anything.
Subject.
If you have an adult filmmaker and stuff, they're making adult films. That's not for kids.
Adults.
And that's for
and
adults.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, and so it doesn't matter if
what is that
even
game?
if it's
what is the beach? The big it's Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
People know what to expect whenever they buy that game.
And that's what I'm saying. Like even with other games,
GTA, people know
personally.
It's going to be
exactly.
vulgar.
GTA, it's going to be a bad game. Like for little kids and
That's
stuff.
just like, don't take your kid to a rated R movie. You should know better.
There's most likely going to be like sex scenes or blood.
But it's not even. It's not even just that with the kids, because it's just that there's a lot of women who feel like the women are being objectified.
But that's the deal is though, you can never please, and I know I could get some hate for this, but you can never please some people.
I know.
There's going to be, like, a developer wants to make their main protagonist a guy. So people are going to complain about him being a guy.
Yeah.
So then you make it a woman, and then they're going to complain about, oh, that woman isn't realistic. The boobs are a little bit too big, or something like that. Or she's too sexy.
Yeah.
You can't have a sexy woman in a video game. And so that's what I'm saying. You can't please. They're always going to be nitpicking. Now, I do think that Tomb Raider people, the reboot for Tomb Raider and stuff, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Because that's actually what, there's all these big boobs and everything like that and stuff. But in video games, I like realistic women looking like Tomb Raider because she's freaking hot and stuff. And so that's what I like to see in a video game, like a woman in there is more realism. But
She's
of course,
not all misproportioned bouncing around.
but everyone's not the same though. Like some people like the big old giant anime legs, and stuff like that.
Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Yeah, Chun-Li.
It all started with Chun-Li from Street Fighter. You could say they were objectifying women there.
Well, yeah. And so it's just the thing is to me, it's just
Street Fighter.
They let the developers make the game how they want. You don't have to play the game. And I, as a guy playing games.
They make guys sexy too
even whenever,
in games.
Well, yeah, I know. Look at Prince of Persia and stuff. Like the Prince of Persia stuff, he is all like, doesn't have much articles of clothing sometimes on and everything. And it's like, the deal is with that, and it's just like, that's not...
They want to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, like a lot of people complain about women is that the clothing that they're wearing isn't something that you would see in like that actual like fighting stuff. But you look at any also guy thing, any guy going into war or fighting is not going to be wearing like no shirt or something like that. Most likely they'll be wearing something, over to protect them at all. You look at something like Duke Nukem.
That's going to be an age-old fight that will never end.
Look at Duke Nukem. That is a straight-up stereotypical guy right there. Like the, women and, boobs and, all that type of stuff. That's like the typical stereotype for a, manly man or something. It's like, I don't know if there's one guy that is bothered by it.
Yeah.
One guy's just
you
like,
never know.
Oh, well.
Like I said, that's gonna be a debate till the end of time, and everybody just finds controversy in everything. That's just Was that drifting?
Yeah, you're drifting off the screen.
So, but
she was like, I don't want to be a part of this.
But anyway, we could be.
I'm the one who shouldn't want to be a part of this because I'm going to get hated on or something like by some people. Because some people, just because I'm a guy and I'm saying that sometimes women overdo it with the whole thing of complaining about a woman having big boobs in video games and looking sexy.
Now you might get complained about because you just said that.
Oh my gosh.
I think you were doing good up until there.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things. It's like, let people make games however they want to make games.
Everything's going to offend somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway.
As a guy.
We're getting way off topic.
People don't really care. I know, we don't even know if this is actually what Gamergate is about. I do know that whole, the feminism thing about women in games is involved with it now and stuff. But I don't think that's how it was originally started. But yeah, we're talking about this for a long time.
We're not huge on the controversy stuff.
No, because I don't really, it's just like, oh well, everyone just be happy with everyone. It's okay to have your own opinion and everything on that stuff. Just don't hate on each other. You can have your own opinion. Just don't hate on each other.
Just all get along.
Let's just all get along.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is also.
End on that happy note.
I'll just end on that happy note with all of us just get along. And I'm also talking about the Halo community.
Yes, let's just all get along.
Everyone can have their own opinion, casual, competitive.
With every topic.
Everything, just get along. Everyone, just be happy. I should be getting paid for my unbelievable advice.
We say that on every topic, everybody can have their own opinion. I guess when it comes to stuff like murder, you don't want people to have their.
Well, that's That's hurting someone else, though.
Well,
I
yeah.
said that's what's all
That's
get on.
breaking
You
the
can have
law.
your own. You can say, "I want to murder that person,"
We're
but
just
if you
gonna-
actually do it, that's whenever it's mean.
Yeah.
That's whenever you're hurting other people.
We're not talking about breaking the law here, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We're just saying, you know, in every issue that we have in our society,
Yeah, it's just
people aren't going to agree.
yeah. People can have their own opinions. It's just don't hate on other people
Yeah.
for their own opinion.
Even if you don't agree with them.
Yeah. So there we go. Wise
Anyway.
words of wisdom from the Ducain group. So yay. I guess that's it. So go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you think, and also tell me I'm completely wrong about the Gamergate thing, because I
Yeah.
probably am.
Yeah,
We just
you'll
probably
have to tell
random
us
on
exactly
about
what you
random
want.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just, leave a comment below. And also, click the link in the description to go and ask a question for next week. Hopefully we'll do it on time. If not, also leave a comment on if we do decide to do it on Sundays.
If we should stop calling this Spam Mail Friday.
Go ahead and name something, like for a name for Sunday, like,
Or it doesn't have to be Sunday. It could
Sunday,
just be
Sunday.
It could just be a weekly.
Yeah. Or they can we can involve the community, like I was saying earlier. But, all right. So I guess we'll see y'all next time. Later, guys.
Bye.